Right, good morning everyone. Just wanted to quickly say about yesterday. I think I was just a little bit frustrated. I feel like I kind of took a bit of a turn down negative street. So going to get back on our positive footing today. The sun's shining. We're all okay, So, in the great scheme of things, we're just going to just kind of muddle through it. To be perfectly honest with you, today we're not really going to do that much as a family in relation to the homeschooling. A number of reasons. One, after yesterday, I just feel like I'm just going to just give myself a day to breathe. I think last week I was obviously trying to muddle through everything, trying to get myself organised and everything else. And then the weekend, deciding to, in my infinite wisdom, to rearrange the entire house with it all. I didn't mention him when I very first started this, that not Friday, just gone, the Friday before. No, it was Friday. My other half decided to go down a pub and I had a bit of a freak out about it all, thinking, oh my God, we're in isolation and you've just gone to the pub and da-da-da-da-da. So he's been staying around his mum's and dad's house since Friday. So I've been very much here on my own. And, but, I said minimum of 7 days just in case he did catch anything and stuff like that. So I'm hoping he's going to be coming back today or tomorrow, because obviously with the new guidance that's come out from the government around basically locking down the country now, I'm really nervous that he's going to be at his mum and dad's and I'm going to be here with the children, and obviously I want him to be here in case anything happens, obviously with the baby or the kids or me. So I've had a bit of a, so just the last couple of days have just been really up in the air, really emotional and stuff like that. But on top of all of that, my 3-year-old had her preschool boosters last Monday, not yesterday, the Monday before. And again, that threw up a whole load of questions like, should we still give it to her? Because obviously you're giving her a virus. With the current status of having a, severe epidemic of a virus, the last thing that I wanted to do was then give her these injections. But I had a really, really good, we've got amazing doctors, absolutely fantastic. All of them are just brilliant, including the nurses that work there and the reception staff. I really couldn't fault, even before any of this happened, just a really, really lovely group of people. We're very privileged to have such amazing services on our doorstep. And had a really, really good talk with the doctor and also with the nurse that was giving the injections. She had, bless her heart, had a 3-year-old herself, and she'd just given her immunisation. So we made the decision that we was going to give her a IMS. That was the 4 preschool boosters. So it's the MMR and the diphtheria. But obviously it takes 7 to 10 days for the viral infection to kind of come out so that she starts fighting it. And to be perfectly honest with you, yesterday, I think I was so tired from the weekend and frustrated that I couldn't get through to either of my children's schools to find out what was going to be happening for the homeschooling packs. I wasn't really putting 2 and 2 together with my 3-year-old. She was really ratty. She was off her food. She was running a little bit of a temperature, but nothing major. But we was running in and out of the garden and stuff like that. So I hadn't quite put it, but she was very cry. And for those of you that know especially my little one, she never cries, ever. I mean, she's just such a good girl. All the children are actually. They're not really whingy, whiny kids. I mean, drive me up the wall sometimes, but they ain't really like that, You don't get proper whiny kids. Nah, that ain't for me. I can't entertain it. I ain't got the time for it. So she was quite out of sorts, and sort of late in the afternoon, she was sort of just wanted to she was really, all that kind of thing. And I'm thinking, what's the matter with you? Had dinner and she just wanted to go upstairs. So we all had an early night last night, which I think is something the world of good. So we was all up by about 6:30. Everything was off downstairs and we was just chilling upstairs like the boys were in their room. Jude was, my 5-year-old was sort of like having a bit of a play in my room with my 3-year-old. And then she was just really, as the evening kind of progressed, she come out in this, her whole face come out in this rash. It scabbed a little bit today. This morning when I woke up, she was running a really really high temperature. So I've given her some Calpol. And that's when the penny dropped for me. I thought, right, it's her IMS. It's her IMS coming out. So most of last week I was really focused on the other three, if I'm honest with you. The schools, you know, what we're doing for this, what we're doing for that, trying to get action plan with them during the day, and trying to spend probably, I've kind of included my 3-year-old, but I wouldn't have said, bearing in mind we have 3 days during the week that it's just her and I, and that's obviously all stopped. So I think she was feeling a little bit displaced as well. And then over the weekend, you know, turning into Hercules and rearranging wardrobes and beds and furniture, and it was just absolutely insane. So I didn't really spend much time with her, other than on Mother's Day, which was awesome. But we played much older games again, like, you know, we played the Monopoly and Trivial Pursuit, and again for a 3-year-old, she was helping me roll the dice, but really that's all she really kind of done, and we moved the cursor, but she just kept trying to eat it and stuff. So yeah, I don't think that I really had spent a lot of quality time with her. And so today I am making the decision that I don't think she went to sleep till 11:30 last night. She was up with me at 6:30. I don't think I really settled to about 12:30. Although I definitely feel better today than I did yesterday. But she's super clingy with me. I mean, even this morning, just trying to give her a breakfast, she's already had a couple of cries. She had a couple of accidents yesterday as well. And again, I just didn't put 2 and 2 together. I think my mind has just been elsewhere. So for today, I am going to make the executive decision, as I can as a mother, that I'm not going to spend, that sounds awful, I'm not going to spend time with my other boys. I just want to spend some quality time with her, and I don't think I'm going to be able, I don't think she would actually even allow me to sort of sit here and homeschool them while she's feeling so under the weather, and you know, obviously just out of sorts. So I've just going to get the kids all sorted and stuff like that, and get her all ready, and then we're just gonna. All I've got to do is run the hoover around. That's it. I'm done. I'm not gonna do anything else really, and then I'm just gonna plonk me and her on the sofa, just have a proper movie, munch up, kind of chilled, totally relaxed, cuddle up day, I think, for me and her. And yeah, that's it really. So I'll definitely, if she's feeling better tomorrow, then I'm definitely going to obviously continue with the children. I can't just not do anything with the boys because she's not well. I'm hoping that my other half will be back tonight as well, because that's then been 5 days. I've done my maths right. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, yeah, 5 days. And he's not come out with any symptoms. So that's going to take a little bit of pressure off of me as well, because it means if he's here, then obviously I can concentrate on, we'll probably split it, that one of us will have the 2 little ones and one of us will have the kind of support the other 2. So I have a little bit more support around me than what I've had since Friday, because I haven't obviously had any. You okay, babes?
Yeah, I'm just getting dirty.
Right, don't use loads of juice, please. You know we're on rations.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah? Because I know what you're like. You'll do like half a cup of juice and a dash of water.
Fine.
That's it. Well done. That's enough. Thank you. I might do some mix-up juice and put it in the fridge, so saves you lot pouring it out. So yeah, so that's it for me. I might give you another update, because I fancy just talking to myself in the camera a little bit later, just to let you know how it's all going and she's all going. The boys are obviously over the moon that I'm not going to force them to sit at the kitchen table and do some work and stuff like that. But my oldest has promised me that he's going to do something today. So even if it's reading a couple of chapters from a book, I don't care, but he's at least sort of like having a bit of we had a really good chat last night, obviously over what the school had said. And I said, well, this is the stuff that I'm giving you, or I'm asking you to do, is what the school is now looking to give you anyway. So you're not going to get away with not doing it. And I think the acceptance is hopefully starting to get in there. But yeah, so that's it for me. I just want to leave you with something that my friend, really good friend of mine, Sarah, she'd sent on the WhatsApp group, the homeschooling WhatsApp group that we're all kind of trying to help out, a little group of friends, trying to help ourselves through as well, like some pointers from the others, like what other schools are doing. So I'm getting some of the information and feeding it back to you guys, is don't worry, you know, it's okay to feel that you're not going to be able to potentially do this, because you'll get through it. We're parents or carers or whatever it is that your role is in your children's lives, you know, we will get through this, you know. It's not that bad. It's bad, but we are, you know, as long as we're trying, and if you have a day like what I'm having today, where, you know, again, something that's kind of a little bit out of my control, and rather than trying to stress myself out thinking, oh my God, it's Tuesday, it's a normal school day, the kids have to do some schoolwork. Well, actually, no, because my week, I can flex as much as I like. So if we're not doing anything on a Tuesday, then we'll just do a couple of hours on the Saturday to make it the day that we've lost up. And again, the same with tomorrow. She's still really, really out of sorts, and I want to support her, and I want to be there for her while she's, you know, fighting the preschool jab viruses that's now in her system. Then that's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to worry about it that much. And the same with the schools as well. You know, if they're still muddling their ways through it and stuff like that, then, you know, I'm not going to get myself really hyped up about it. Like, I think I was just so tired yesterday. That's why I'm not usually like that. I don't usually get that agitated, but I was really agitated yesterday. And I think I did just genuinely overdo it at the weekend. But I'm just not going to worry about it, you know. I'm just going to make sure that I'm trying my hardest to support my children and my family and keep them safe as much as I possibly can. And, you know, just constantly, you know, kind of feel that, or, you know, constantly reflect of how lucky we are to have each other, because there's some people out there that are in complete isolation, like my mum. My stepdad died a couple of years ago, and she's in her house on her own, and she's really feeling it. So, you know, we've got each other, and that is a massive blessing for me. And I thank the Lord that I've been so blessed with having these 4 beautiful, gorgeous, amazing children that ever since I started having them has just transformed my life. And I want to constantly kind of be feeling that. And, you know, if they don't do a history project on a Tuesday, I'm not going to get that worried about it, because we can just do it on the Wednesday. I'm not saying that I'm not going to do it, but I think it is still good to have a good routine. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that in any way, but I am going to feel like I have the ability now to flex it and be a little bit more fluid if I need to. If something comes up, such as one of the children are ill for whatever reason, you know, the coronavirus set aside, you know, they could just get a cold, or they could get hay fever, where there's, you know, they could fall off the trampoline like my 5-year-old did and bust his elbow, or bust his shoulder, you know. And so I had half an hour of dealing with that. It is what it is, kind of thing. So this is just me saying that I'm not really going to do much today from a schooling perspective. I'm just going to be a mum for the day, not a mum and a teacher, a mum. So good luck with everything, because I know that everyone else, from the messages that I've been receiving from my friends, really seem to be settling into a good routine, which is absolutely fantastic to hear. And I think it's definitely seems to be working a lot better if you have got the online tools, where we don't. It's something that I don't choose because of my ethical views around the children and IT exposure in social media settings and so forth. Then I think that does seem to be working quite well. I think it's for the very, very small percentage of parents, or, you know, children that don't have access to the internet, that don't have a PC or a laptop at home, or for whatever reason, like myself, have chosen not to go down that route for their education. That I think that's where the issues seem to be arising in relation to the school support. But again, you know, we've just as much a right to receive this support as everyone else. So, I will wait with excitement and anticipation to receive the children's pack when they come in. But until then, TTFN.